are you gonna say the blackout was a figment of our imaginations next?
I don't think anyone can prove that. Unless someone here checked multiple buildings during the blackout.
Secret hallways.
Cassidy's right. There's probably a secret passageway between Wolfgang's dorm and the boiler room.
You can't just make up secret passageways without evidence.
Yes, that's one of the cardinal rules of mysteries.
Carried by the...
That, or Wolf...
I'm sorry, but I don't really understand what you mean. If Wolfgang was killed in his dorm room, and the killer carried his body to the boiler room, all the evidence should fit together, right?
Maybe Grace has some kind of reason for lying about what Wolfgang said this morning.
How? If anything, telling you the truth is putting my ass on the line.
What if Wolfgang used the elevator?
You're not helping.
Don't interrupt me! I'm onto something here. My spidey senses tell me that Wolfgang definitely has some sort of connection with that elevator. Temptation must have happened in those hallways.
I'm having a hard time understanding how that's relevant.
The killer snuck up on Wolfgang, stabbed him from behind.
That does not dispute the possibility of a confrontation.
Wolfgang had no other place to run but the boy.
Not feeling what you're dealing, bro.
Last I recall, cardboard boxes don't generate electricity.
The security camera inflicted the burns? What kind of cameras do they install where you live?
Metal is a conductor, yes, but I don't see how a vent could inflict Wolfgang's burns.
Period of almost 4 days. Do I really need to lay this out? Day 1, we were kidnapped. Day 2, the pharmacy opened. Day 3, our blackmail was distributed. Day 4, Cassidy and Jet pitched their little tournament. And day 5, today, the murder happened. In the period between days 2 and 5, anyone could have destroyed the generator. At any point before or after the murder. Is being moronic standard procedure in debate? Or are you really that strapped for an argument?
Desmond's remarkable charm contradicts his statement.
Now's not really the time for jokes.
A marksman is obviously going to have a taser.
Like I said, I don't have any weapons.
The taser gun came from his room. You think I'm wrong? Go Go on then. Tell me how I'm wrong. What are you talking about? That doesn't prove anything.
To begin with.
I call it reverse psychology.
What? You're going to be pedantic about the definition of reverse psychology?
The killer didn't use a flamethrower.
Are you sure we can completely rule out the involvement of a flamethrower?
Doy. Are you getting your role confused? I'm the one who's supposed to be making dumb jokes, remember?
Maybe Wolfgang got into a...
That's true. Wolfgang probably got into a fight with the killer.
Wouldn't there be other bruises to show for it? Don't see why he'd only sustain a bruise to the neck.
Someone might have attacked him and aimed for his... I don't think that discounts anything I said.
Must have hit him. Well, yeah. He has bruises on his neck. That's why I'm saying he got hit.
What if Wolfie fell over? See? Wolfie fell over.
Nothing you and Damon are saying makes sense.
Couldn't have done it when Eva and I were already...
Sorry. I don't really understand what you're saying.
When I checked closet...
Are you brain dead? Eva and I were together. You watched us enter Closet A.
Before we keep... Leave me out of this. It's not my problem if you don't get it.
And go back to their room. Immediately after discarding the pin.
You really gonna disagree with me on who was where?
Cassidy discussed this matter earlier in the trial. Comparing what she said just now to my notes from then, all the details match up.
Why else would the killer's weapon? I don't have it wrong! There were only 2 people in the boiler room, and we've already proven one person wasn't stabbed. So the blood was left by the other person. The blood was left by the killer. I'm saying she... herself? You're lying. There's no way she would do that to herself. That's irrelevant. What I'm saying could still be true.
Would she be the one who left the blood? Didn't you say she was wounded? I can't imagine anyone else leaving that trail. Wolfie himself had no cuts.
Are you confusing the 2 of them? Seriously?
Diana was too cowardly to enter the boiler room. She never received an injury to begin with.
And yet she still had the guts to head downstairs.
The accusations against Diana rely on her entering the room. Your proposal would absolve her of guilt.
That's what caused the wound, mate. not heal.
Once he got there, she killed him immediately. That doesn't mean shit. She had every opportunity to kill him then and there. You seriously believe her preppy schoolgirl shtick? Open your damn eyes! It's obviously a facade!
That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with what I'm saying.
Her having no alibi is the reason she's suspicious, dumbass! Lock the fucking door! Has your brain sprung a leak? That's got fuck all to do with the door!
We've got this all wrong. The door was never locked to begin with.
If the door was never locked in the first place, I don't think we'd be having this conversation in the first place.
A bucket was placed on top of the door.
Heck yeah! The good old bucket trick. Wait, wouldn't we have found the bucket then?
Someone blocked the door to prevent Diana from leaving.
That sure is one way of looking at it. What do you suppose was used to block the door? Something from the storage closets?
Nothing inside the closets could be used to block a door. The items in there are all small things.
Not all of them. You can move one of those shelves in front of the door.
Then Diana wouldn't be able to escape.
True. Didn't think of it like that.
Am I the only one getting a crazy case of deja vu right now?
I bet the killer took a pill.
Now hold on. Diana came to the boiler room roughly half an hour after Wolfgang got knocked out. A pill ain't gonna be fully digested in that small amount of time.
That's not what I was getting at, but thanks, I guess.
If Wolfgang inhaled something, there should have been traces of it in his nose or throat.
Like a powder or something.
The pharmacy does have a...
Super strong bath salts. Just how I like it.
Bath salts are messy business. There's very little chance we wouldn't see leftover minerals at the crime scene.
So were there leftover minerals?
Nope. There's just been an electrical fault. You never know. Even my ship ain't immune to the odd electrical fault.
It's the fault of the... That doesn't say anything about the taser's involvement. Might have connected and created an over... Didn't we establish a while ago that the generator is a central part of this case?
If anything, the taser was involved. That's not significant enough proof.
We would have landed in the water, a few inches from the evidence tells a different story, mate.
But...
Damon, Diana was the only other person in the boiler room.
tablet against a shelf divider. If you remove the divider, the tablet would fall over, wouldn't it? The killer might have used a similar method to push the battery off the generator.
Is the tablet in your example a stand-in for the battery?
Well, yeah.
I see. And what object is the divider supposed to be?
Imagine a domino tile teetering over the edge of a table. If you were to press down on the part which is sticking out, the entire tile would tip over and fall onto the floor, right? What if the killer applied the same physics to the battery? They could position the battery so it was teetering over the generator, and then, from the safety of the concrete platform, use a long instrument to tip it over.
That long instrument being?
Yeah, like Diana.
It wasn't me! I promise!
I got it.
Throughout this trial, we've assumed the killer held the battery in some form or another.
They managed to sling something over the generator using one of them boxes.
I guess it could work if you put the box on top of the generator.
Because that's not an eyesore.
Considering the generator's size, I doubt there'd be enough space for a box to fit. If there was, the box in question would still be up there right now.
The killer tied the cord to the security camera, did they? Sounds like something Diana should have seen.
A cord being tied around the security camera? Yeah. I could make out the outline of the camera just from the blinking red light. So I'd have noticed if something was tied around it.
Didn't you say the generator is what the battery's being slung over?
Cut the cord using what exactly?
Scissors? That's what anyone would use, right?
And where exactly did these scissors come from?
Could have been the storage closets. They're packed with tons of stuff, so...
Well, I've been through those closets twice now, and I never saw scissors.
Not even pliers?
I didn't see pliers either.
Could the cord have been cut with Wolfie's knife?
You believe the victim set up the murder trap?
So this whole thing was a suicide mission?
I'm not sure I see the point in tying the cord around him. I don't think that answers the question. Is that the boiler room vent was closed during the event? My notes say it was closed, and I'm fairly confident in my notes. Means it must have been closed during the murder. There were no opportunities for the killer to enter the boiler room and close the vent. From my understanding, you and Kai entered the boiler room after you heard Diana leave, which, hypothetically, gives the killer only minutes to close the vent, assuming the killer is a third party. Bench and Court may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. My point still stands.
You waited for everyone to leave the dining hall and then untied the cord.
I went with you guys to investigate. That would have been impossible.
You untied the cord before the blackout even happened.
Someone would have noticed me fiddling with the vent.
Ava grabbed one of the boxes on the concrete platform and placed it next to the generator.
That's setting myself up. Removing a box would reduce the amount of boxes on the platform from 3 to 2.
Flexing your mathematical prowess, I see.
I'm saying Damon would have noticed if a box was missing, since there's so few of them to start with. But he never noticed anything, because there were just as many boxes as there were last time.
Couldn't you just move the box back after using it?
Then the underside of the box would be wet, which it wasn't.
This I can confirm. My notes on the box's exteriors mention nothing about watermarks.
If I can't reach the vent, how could I reach the camera? I'm not tall enough to reach that high.
Closing the pit.
We've already established the vent needs to be closed. Stop derailing.
See? Even Damon agrees.
Not so fucking fast! If the knot was that loose, how did it keep the battery in place for so long?
It couldn't. Could it?
Precisely. The knot would fall apart faster than this stupid theory.
Tournament. Are you a moron? I was literally right there.
Ava opened the vent after breakfast this morning.
You really don't think we would have noticed her messing with our stuff before the tournament?
Ava opened the vent after Mark's equipment had been set up.
Someone would see her opening the vent. Who cares if the music was loud? That doesn't stop us from being able to see her.
Hey, the tournament equipment is innocent! It was on the other side of the room from Eva.
I don't know why you're pointing fingers at some random chair. Looks pretty normal to me.
It was obvious from the start.
You had my blackmail.
How does that connect to Desmond or Jet in any way?
Ava used her suave charisma to obtain the gun and batteries.
You seriously think I would hand over a gun to her? That's basically asking to be an accomplice.
Same here. Ain't no one touching my batteries.
She just guessed.
Anyone could. It doesn't mean I did, though. You think I guessed? I wouldn't be able to hear her over the music. Trying to look into the boiler room through the vent is impossible.